What was the verb to do or to make?
Yapmak.
Yapmak. Good. How is I'm doing it?
Yapıyorum.
Good. Yapıyorum. I'm doing sport. Just lose the T. No, we said we can say I'm doing sport.
Spor. Yapıyorum.
Good. Spor yapıyorum. You could say I'm checking out.
Check out. Yapıyorum.
Good. Check out yapıyorum. How would you say I'm not checking out this evening? I'm not checking out this evening.
Bu akşam. Check out. Yapmıyorum.
With the strong accent before the negative. Bu akşam check out yapmıyorum. So we saw that we had yapmak for to do or to make. We also have another verb for to do or to make, which is etmek.
Etmek.
Etmek. Now etmek, you can't use it by itself as you can yapmak. Etmek is used with other words to give different meanings. So firstly, we can combine it with quite a few words of Latin origin in a similar way to how we did with yapmak. No, with diet yapmak or exercise yapmak, exercise. Most of these words of Latin origin actually hitched a ride on French and entered Turkish through French. So etmek we can't use by itself, but we can combine it with many other words, and you will see this verb occurring quite often in the Turkish language with words of Latin origin, with words of Persian origin or Arabic origin or Turkic origin, used with many different words to give different meanings. We can start with the ones that are of Latin origin because we have them also in English. So I think you can probably guess what organize etmek means. Organize etmek. If it's not clear to the ear, you can imagine how it's written. Organize.
To organize.
Dans etmek. Dans etmek.
To dance.
To dance. Aktive etmek. Aktive etmek. It might be confusing because sometimes, for example, in this case, what Turkish uses is the adjective aktive, active. No. Other times, Turkish might use a noun with etmek. But what we need to think of is a verb. So we know we don't have the verb in English to active, but what would the verb of that be?
To activate.
Exactly, to activate. So aktive etmek, to activate, even though it sounds a little odd. Telefon etmek.
To make a call.
What do you think park etmek means? Park etmek.
With park the car.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Idealize etmek is to idealize. We have tolere etmek, to tolerate. We have control etmek, to control. Elimine etmek, to eliminate. So quite a few there of Latin origin that you can access, and I'm sure you will hear others. But you will see etmek combined with many words in Turkish to form different verbs. Let's build the different versions of etmek. Now, like gitmek, to go, the T here of etmek is going to be softened by the vowel that comes after. This doesn't happen often in Turkish. Only a handful of verbs actually do this in Turkish. No, but gitmek and etmek are two very important ones. So, how would you say I'm parking, for example? I'm parking.
Park ediyorum.
Park ediyorum. Good. And he's parking or she's parking?
Park ediyor.
Park ediyor. She's dancing.
Dans ediyor.
Dans ediyor. They're dancing.
Dans ediyorlar.
Very good. Dans ediyorlar. They're not dancing because they're tired. So the first part, they're not dancing. All of your concentration just on that part. They're not dancing.
Dans etmiyorlar.
Very good. Etmiyorlar. And the T here doesn't change because we don't have the vowel softening it. No, we have the M there. So no change. Dans etmiyorlar. They're not dancing because started Q with C with the tail and the U with the two dots.
Çünkü.
We said that we can think of the the vowel in cute or mute, u, or we can make a u sound, u, and then leaving our lips in that position, try to make an e to get this sound. So we go u, u,
Çünkü.
because they're tired.
Yorgunlar.
Very good.
When I use the negative, don't I have to put the accent at the first part of the word?
Not the first part, but just before the negation. So in this case, etmiyorlar, it's on the first part. But maybe we would have a verb with more syllables. So for example, okumak is to read. And if we want to say, I'm not reading, we're putting the accent just before the m, which here in this case is not the first syllable of the word necessarily. How would that be from okumak, I'm not reading?
Okumuyorum.
Good. Okumuyorum with mu. Okumuyorum. How would you say he idolizes her? He idolizes her. So we said to idolize is idealize etmek. Idealize etmek.
Onu idealize ediyor.
Onu idealize ediyor. She idolizes him.
Onu idealize ediyor.
And that's the same, of course, as the previous sentence. So, in fact, there's no way to clarify.
Unless you want to use somebody's name to show who you're talking about. But mostly in the context, you know who you're talking about.